Good morning, children. Welcome back with the next new session. So, in this session, we are going to discuss a fresh new topic from 8th standard textbook, lesson number 9, Public Health and the Government. So, public health. So, what kind of a health conditions? What is the health? What the government has provided the services for the people who are living in the country, what kind of a health we people are facing in the country, or what kind of a situations people are facing when they are ill, we shall all discuss in this lesson. Okay, so in this today's session we are going to discuss a small story that has narrated in this lesson, and we are going to discuss about our country's situation, that means about the health situations that the country is facing today. So firstly, India is a country, it is believed that India is the second populous country next to China, isn't it? So, for a huge country, for a country like this where it has a lot of population, it is very much important that the government provides the basic required needs. That means the basic needs that we have discussed earlier. That means the food, clothing, and shelter are the basic requirements that every human needs for the survival of the life, isn't it? So the government has taken a responsibility to provide all these basic needs for every person who is living in the country. Now, here food, when I say food, it should be a healthy food, it should be a hygiene food, it should be of a good conditioned food. So when we talk about drinking water, so it should be compulsory, it should be of a clean drinking and a safe drinking water with no impurities in it. When we talk about shelter, a person should be expected to live in such a place where good sanitation facilities are there, facilities like washrooms and toilets are there. Okay, the drainage systems are all clean, the garbage systems are all clean. So if all these systems are working properly, then a person can stay healthy in the country, isn't it? Now, for a government like this, so the government for the government where it has to look after such a huge population, it has become a huge duty for a government to look after for all these people's food conditions, as well as the drinking water conditions, as well as the shelter facilities. Okay, then if the food is not proper, the person or the person who is consuming it is going to fall ill. If the water is not proper, the drinking water facilities are not good, so the person is again going to face the diseases. If there is no proper shelter, so he may face some of the he or she may not stay under the sun, or may not bear the cool winds, or have to get wet in the rains. Okay, so to avoid such thing, people should be in a proper shelter. So all these things has to be provided by the government for those who cannot afford them, so when we talk about a public health in our country, so firstly, so in this lesson, firstly, especially when we are talking about public health care, so a person who is having all these basic facilities in a proper function, and it's ongoing in a smooth way, so a person will not be ill frequently. But a person, if he or she is not getting the basic requirements which a person compulsorily should get, if he or she is not getting, then they are going to face problems, either from the diseases, as well as they are going to face problems in all the way. Okay, now there is there is an article in the constitution written that every person should be given right to life. So article 21 says that a person should be given right to life, where every person should have basic needs, compulsory and basic needs, and they should have all these requirements to be fulfilled. That means the basic requirements to be fulfilled. Along with that, we have also discussed in the previous lesson about the right to education also. So every child who has attained 15 years of age, till then he or she should at least have a basic knowledge or basic education. That is very much compulsory in our country. So in the year of 2005, it was said that Compulsory Education Act was introduced in our country, that every child should have that. Okay, so along with that, they have also introduced the concept of midday meals, so that at least in the sake of having a food a day, having a meal a day, a child goes to the school, and along with the food, here the child is also provided with the education there. So this is how a government has introduced a good scheme to help the children in the country. Okay, now it is very much important that every person should intake proper number of calories that we have discussed, isn't it? People who are living in the urban areas, people who are living in the rural areas, both has to take like both has to take at least 2100 of kilocalories a day. If it is not, then a person will be will be left under nutrition, person will not grow, that means will not grow in the physical way, will not grow in terms of in terms of mental health also, if a person is not getting all these facilities. Now, what are the problems why these people are usually facing? If the basic needs are not there, what is going to happen? People who are not having a proper shelter, firstly shelter, when we talk about shelter, if there is no proper shelter, so what is happening? People who are poor, who are very poor, so they are staying under the bridges, under the flyovers. People are staying near the drainage areas. So you might have learned in your previous classes about the slums that are more in the metropolitan cities in our country. So people, they could not find a proper shelter, so they are still living in such conditions where if it is a drainage area, so what is happening? A number of flies, different kind of insects, different kind of flies are always been surrounded them. Next, the facilities of sanitation facilities are not at all good, so people for going for the washrooms and all, it is very much difficult for them. So this is how our diseases are growing more and more. Okay, then when we talk about drinking water, if such persons are living in a slum areas, so they may not get a proper mineral water to drink, isn't it? Like they cannot buy a proper mineral water bottle every day to just have fill their thirst, isn't it? So they have to depend upon the water that is available around them, isn't it? Usually a running water, or usually a water which is already kept already is there with them. So this is how they have to live. Then when we talk about food, so whatever the food they have, whatever are sold on the roadside, they buy them and they have them, isn't it? They may not be able to cook 2 times or 3 times a day, whatever they find on the roadside, or if they cook also, they can only afford for 1 meal or 2 meal a day. So that is also very much impossible for them. So for such a things, government has introduced a lot of schemes, okay, like this providing of food grains, that means PDS system we have discussed in the previous classes, no? So public distribution system, then the Annapurna cards, so different kinds of ration cards were all prepared, so that people depending on their incomes are all divided, and these peoples were given ration cards to collect the food grains that are distributed by the government, isn't it? Then when we talk about the health, if the person is not able to fulfill these basic needs, so he or she is going to face health issues. So when they are going to face such health issues, so what is going to happen? They are the people, they have to go to the hospitals. Now when we talk about hospitals, when we talk about medical in our country, it is said that in the world we are the largest, as well as we are the second largest country, where in the world we have the lot of hospitals in our country, where the medical has taken a lot of advancement. That means a lot of development was seen in our country. Okay, a lot of doctors, every year they pass, every year a lot of doctors get qualified and they are practicing their medicine also. A lot of hospitals are being started every year, so that to serve the people, to help the people whenever they are in need. Okay, especially people, like especially the woman and child has to be taken care attention, because these are very weak when considered, like when compared to the men. Okay, and even men also, when they are ill, even they have to be provided with the hospitals. But why it is like child and women are taken very like sensitively? Okay, because especially women, because when they are when they are pregnant and all, they have to be given a special care, special amount of nutrition. That means good amount of nutrition has to be given, proper medicines has to be given, otherwise the baby, whatever is growing inside her womb, will not grow properly, will have some or other physical problem, or maybe mentally ill, isn't it? Then if a child is not taken proper, so child will not grow on time. So what is going to happen? The physical way he or she will not grow properly. The mental illness, there will be a mental there will be no maturity among the child also. So especially these things has to be seen properly by the government. So that is the reason every year there are a lot of doctors who are getting qualified, and they are even practicing, and they are trying to help people. They are reaching every village also. So it is seen that a survey has been seen that there are approximately 15,000 doctors every year they pass out in our country. Okay, then in the year of 1950, it was seen that there are 2,717 hospitals in our country, Then after that, in the year of 1991, it was seen that there were 11,174 hospitals in our country. Then finally in the year of 2000, it was seen that 18,218 hospitals were built in our country, and which is running successfully in our country today. So it is all reaching all the villages, all the towns, all the cities, everywhere, all the big states, all the small, every place it's able to reach, and it's all able to treat or provide the services that are required by every person. Okay, now we are going to discuss about a small story that is given here. It's a situation what two students from a same school, what they are facing. So there are two children, so two students from a school. So what it is, what they are, let's see. Okay, so firstly, in a school there are some students. Among them, it is a rainy season. So it is a season where it's a rainy season where usually children, when they get wet, so they easily get attacked to the cold, cough and fevers. So among the students, there were two students named as Sarita and Kiran. They were two students. So what happened was, one day these two children got fever. Okay, these two children got fever. So what happened, soon after they went home. So they went home. They have explained to their parents what problem they are having. So what happened is, Sarita has explained to her parents. Sarita's parents were rich enough, so they have taken her to the private hospital. Okay, so they have taken her to the private hospital. After going to the hospital, she has explained the problem, and the doctor in the private hospital has told her to take some of the blood test, and they have told her to take a chest x-ray. Okay, so she has given all the blood samples, and she has given the chest x-ray, everything she has submitted, and finally she has collected two medicines, and she has come back to the home. The next day, when the reports have come, she went back to the hospital again to submit the report and to get the advice from the doctor, and the doctor has advised her it is a normal fever. It's just a viral fever, that nothing more serious. So it's all about the climatic change that is happening, and it's just a viral fever, and the doctor has prescribed some of the medicines which she is taking, and she's all fine, and from the third day she has started attending her school again. Then the same situation when the Kiran is facing. So Kiran is a boy who has come from a poor family, so hardly Kiran's parents could afford food. Okay, so Kiran has come from a poor family where his father and mother both has to work to feed their children. So what happened is, Kiran, after going home, he has again explained their parents what he is facing. So after his parents has heard him, so they did not take an immediate action, because they know if they have to take him to the hospitals, there may be a lot of expenses, isn't it? So his parents cannot bear such expenses, because they don't have that much money to take him to the hospital immediately. So they have waited for that night, and the next morning, they have taken this boy to the public hospital. Okay, they have taken this boy to the public hospital. So after going to the public hospital, so when he has reached there early in the morning, very early in the morning. After going there, he found that there are a lot of people who are standing in the queue waiting for the doctor to come to the hospital. So he has waited for 2 hours, he has waited for 3 hours. After a lot of wait, finally he got a chance to visit the doctor. So when he visited the doctor has prescribed him the same kind of a blood test, as well as he has prescribed him to take some chest x-ray. So he went there again. There was a lot of big line, because it was all climatic changes were there. So it was a rainy season, so a lot of people were been coming to the hospital with the same common problem. So many of them were waiting for giving their blood samples. So there also he has waited, and he has given his blood sample. And the next day, as it was very late when he has given his blood sample, it was very late, and the doctor has went from there. So on the next day when he has come, again there was a big line. Again he has waited, he has submitted his report, and finally the doctor has advised him that it was a normal fever, just like the Sarita had. Okay, so what happened is, the doctor has prescribed some of the medicines, and he has taken, and the same other day, like Sarita, even the third day, this boy Kiran has also attended the school. Now what is the problem what has happened here is Sarita, where she has went to a private hospital where the doctor is available, where she has registered her name in the counter, she has went to the directly to the doctor, she has spoken to the doctor, she has explained to him directly, she has given her blood samples, the next day she has submitted it and she has taken the medicines. It all costed her some 3000 and 3500 rupees. The person like Kiran, who has been to the public hospital, who has only spent some 100 rupees to the hospital, because look at the difference from the private hospital and the public hospital he has just spent 100 rupees, and after, along with the medicines, along with the test, including all these things, he has spent only 100 rupees. So that is the only reason, that is the only thing the government and the private hospital has a difference. But it has taken a lot of time for him to meet the doctor, it has taken a lot of time to give his sample, it has taken a lot of time to re-meet the doctor to get the suggestions again. So after on the third day, when these two children have met in the school, they were discussing about their fevers, and they were discussing with their fever, and they were talking about each other, like to which hospital they have been to. So Sarita was lucky enough, so she was explaining that she has been to the private hospital, but in the same time she was very very sad because of the Kiran situation, that he cannot go to the hospital immediately when he has to go, and she was very sad for not for the poor conditions that he is facing. Okay, so she was very happy that she has been, like, she was feeling a bit lucky that she has been grown up and brought up in a rich family. So by this you understood that in our country there are two kind of systems, two kind of hospitals, that is private hospitals and public hospitals. So usually private hospitals are run by the private institutions, okay, and the public hospitals are run by the government. Okay, so what is public healthcare, and what are public hospitals and what are private hospitals in detail we shall speak in the next upcoming session. Okay, I hope you have all understood this lesson very well, this part of session very well. We'll meet up in the next upcoming class. For any more doubts and queries, please ask us immediately. Till then, bye children. Thank you. Have a nice day.